Good Tuesday evening. I am meteorologist Nick Kelly checking in again on this January 14th of 2020. We stayed quiet again today despite some early morning fog, morning cloud cover, and then we finally saw the afternoon sun. We're set to do that again as we head into your Wednesday. Then the focus will shift to better rain chances for Thursday and Friday, depending on how temperatures play out Thursday night and Friday morning. It could mix in with a little bit of wintry precip as well. So quite a bit to get to, so let's dive right in. The time-lapse from Indigo Sky throughout our Tuesday outside of Seneca, Missouri showed morning clouds. They were able to avoid the fog at least. Then we saw a good deal of afternoon sun, partly to almost mostly sunny skies at times right up until sunset this evening. Last check at 7th and range line at about 10:41 showed skies clouding up. Visibility is trying to drop as fog tries to develop around Joplin, but so far the traffic below running along just fine. What little traffic there still is out there late on this Tuesday night. We had a high of 59 degrees, and we did actually start around 46 or 47 this morning, but that low of 44 is where we quickly dropped to earlier this evening. Still doesn't change the fact that both numbers are running above our average low of 25 and our average high of 45 degrees on what would be a normal or average January 14th around here. We have seen temperatures start to climb back up, though. 48 in Joplin with a feeling like 44 with the south breeze at 8 miles per hour. But look at what it's also doing. It's bumping that humidity up. It's at 93%. That means if that 93% isn't resulting in mostly cloudy skies where you are, that will result, though, in some areas of fog that will develop later on tonight. Right now, though, temperatures have begun to climb out of the mid-40s in some parts of southwestern Missouri. Most of us, though, in the upper 40s to about the lower 50s. I think temperatures will actually continue to climb, even though we will see cloudy skies throughout the night and some areas of fog. So far, we're seeing visibilities drop to about 9 miles in Columbus, 7 miles in Joplin. Not exactly fog yet, but you can see around Table Rock Lake, that is where fog has already begun to develop. So we will have to deal with areas of fog again overnight while skies stay mostly cloudy. And then late in the morning, we could squeeze out a few showers as a cold front sweeps on through. But most of us will stay dry through your Wednesday morning as temperatures rise up till about sunrise. We'll go from about 49 at midnight to about 54 by 6 a.m. We'll quickly go to 56 for an early afternoon high around lunchtime. And then we'll see temperatures start to drop as we go through the afternoon. Thankfully, the Skywatch Storm Tracker, even though it's socked in with the clouds and those areas of fog that are starting to develop, we are dry for tonight. However, we are still watching our next storm system trying to get its act together across parts of the northwest. At the surface, we actually have a quick cold front that'll quickly shoot out of the Rocky Mountain Range and head our way as we go into tomorrow afternoon. That's what will switch our southerly wind to a northerly wind as we head into your Tuesday afternoon. That front will be driven in by this upper-level wave coming out of Wyoming. And once we deal with that quickly throughout the day tomorrow, we will see this upper low come out of the Gulf of Alaska in the Pacific Ocean. As it begins to work in and ride along the jet, it's going to dig across the western U.S., pull some moisture from the Gulf of Mexico and from the Pacific, resulting in some rain across parts of Texas and parts of the Southwest early on Thursday before it tries to make a run our way. We'll break that all down for you with the future tracks, starting with tonight. Again, we stay dry overall. However, we're not going to skip the mostly cloudy skies tonight and some of those areas of fog that again could drop visibilities down to about a mile or less at times. So at least no dense fog advisories out, but if they do come out, Michael Hayslip will be on top of things as he helps you get your Wednesday morning started. We will see temperatures warming throughout the night. We'll go from the upper 40s in most spots to the lower to middle 50s by 6 a.m. We'll peak at about 56 as we head into the afternoon around lunchtime. But you see, our southerly wind becomes a more northwesterly wind as we get the afternoon underway. Then more northerly winds will send temperatures tumbling down a bit as we go into Wednesday afternoon. You even saw with the future track there are a few showers that may try to pop up around late morning, if not as late as the lunch hour or around noon. Otherwise, it's a day of not a big warm-up in the grand scheme of things. 49 and rising throughout the overnight and into your Wednesday morning, 56 by noon, and then we'll have temperatures starting to drop back into the lower 50s with that north wind at 10 to 20 to take us through your Wednesday afternoon. Fast forward through Wednesday night, Thursday morning, After we try to see some partly sunny skies, the clouds go back to mostly cloudy. Overnight lows thankfully won't turn too cold, but we will be dropping back into the upper 20s. And we will have to keep an eye on temperatures as we go throughout not only Thursday, but Thursday night and Friday, as that next wave out west begins to pull the rain out of Texas. It will be working in the central parts of Oklahoma as we go into Thursday afternoon. So for us, with the way things look, we stay dry Thursday morning and for Thursday afternoon. It's not until we get into late Thursday evening, after 7, 8, or 9 o'clock, that's when that rain starts to work in from the south. And we'll have to keep an eye on temperatures as we go throughout Thursday night into Friday morning. This is what I'm saying. We will have warm air aloft, but a shallow, cold air near the surface. That means what starts as rain up top will run into temperatures around freezing or just below freezing in spots, and that could result in rain mixing in with a little bit of freezing rain and sleet as we go through the overnight into Friday morning. We go fast forward here, 7 a.m. There is a chance that we may have to deal with some freezing rain or sleet for our morning commute on the Missouri side if this run of the future track plays out exactly like this. But thankfully, once we get past 10 o'clock, I think that's going to be the end of our window of any wintry weather, and the temperatures will be warm enough for the rest of your Friday for this to be rain, but even some heavy rain at times. Let's look at potential ice amounts. Not too gung-ho about ice amounts just yet. Thankfully, they stay relatively on the light side for our parts of the area. So for now, I want to say a good portion of southeast Kansas up to about Fort Scott, and then parts of southwest Missouri between Joplin, Lamar, Mount Vernon, all the way down to about Table Rock Lake. That could be a trace to 1/10 of an inch of ice, and then 1/10 to 1/4 of an inch as you work closer to Greenfield, Table Rock Lake, the Harry Truman Reservoir, and certainly more ice as you work deeper into central Missouri. I think everybody, though, is fair game to pick up on rain that we don't need. We're still trying to dry out from last week's flooding rainfall, and this could be another big problem that we need to keep an eye on. With additional 1 to 2 inches, that could be another chance for some flooding across parts of the area, so we'll need to keep an eye on that as we see this system work on through Thursday and Friday. Thankfully, once we get it out of here, early Saturday morning, we'll turn mostly sunny, but quite a bit cooler for your Saturday, with lows dropping to 35 and a high of 42. Then we turn cold going into early next week, with highs in the lower 30s and lows eventually dropping back into the upper teens. That'll certainly be cold enough for a few weak waves to give us a few snow flurries on Sunday and maybe a few quick snow showers by the way things look now by next Tuesday. In the meantime, let's enjoy our 50s for Wednesday before we see our weather turn a bit unsettled as we go into Thursday and Friday. Have a good night. Have a great Wednesday.